Hello Tiger fans, and welcome to Tiger TV.
This is Mike White with Coaches Talk. We're here today with head football coach Justin Cruz. Coach, congratulations on the season so far. We're 4-2 and 3-1. Of course, we've dropped a tough one last Friday night against Martin Westview, and I know that you wanted to win that one as much as anybody.
Yeah, being home, that first and foremost, you never want to lose to your hometown per se, but most importantly for me is it was a region game and it was a chance to get a leg up in the region for a home playoff game, and it was a heartbreaker for sure. We had our chances, we just didn't take care of business.
Yeah, I really felt like, even at the end of the game, when we scored and made it 21-14, had we been able to stop them, with a 3 and out, that, we obviously had another chance to score and tie it up, or knowing you probably go for 2 and go for the win. But, we just gave up that first down, and that was kind of the backbreaker on that at the end. But it was a well-played game throughout the whole game, and of course, we started out on fire. That was one of the things that I was glad to see right off the bat. Of course, we stopped them and were able to get the ball back and drive it down. We just weren't able to punch it in.
Yeah, I think just to kind of pick up on that, I can tell you, like, at the end, hindsight's 2020. I was actually talking to Coach Kirby about this weekend. He was actually at the game, and when we scored, made it 14-21, and we actually got a roughing the kicker call, so it moved us up. Kind of had I guess the first decision that was kind of crucial for the game. Our defense had done enough to make me think we could get a stop, and I was thinking even possibly a turnover, get great field position because there was only 3 minutes to go in the game. But we had all 3 timeouts, so we made the decision to kick it deep instead of onside kicking. We're really not great at onside kicking. That's not one of our strong suits. So I thought, especially with them having the hands team on the field, let's go and kick it deep and let our defense play. We were 1 play away. We got to 3rd and long, and the defense played stout, and they hit a little out route and got the first down and pretty much sealed our fate for us. But, if I had to go back, I'd do it again. I still think our kids was going to make the play because they played so good all night. I thought the defense played exceptional. I think after watching film, they wore down. They were on the field a lot. The offense had some woes early, and kind of just consistently having to put them back on the field after 3 and outs. They're human just like anyone else. They wear down. But talking about defensively, we created 4 turnovers in the first half. Started the game off, first drive, 3rd play of the game with a forced fumble sack. Started off our first drive on the 40. Didn't come away with points, and that's kind of what we talked about the kids, is having more urgency. When you get moments like that, that's when you get a chance to really put somebody behind the 8 ball and really start rolling on them. But we never really took advantage of that, and that's kind of what doomed us in the end. But the kids fought from the very beginning to the very end against a quality opponent. I'd love to play them again, and like I told the kids, we could easily be sitting at 6-0 right now instead of 4-2, and that's what kind of games we played. And I think that shows the progress these kids have made in the offseason. The kids are still growing. Most of our kids are underclassmen and going to be back next year. And I think they're getting better each week. And just because we had a loss there, it doesn't really take us out of anything per se yet. It does make the road a little harder as far as to get a home playoff game or win the region. But if we can take care of business this Friday, it won't matter. But I thought some kids really stepped up in that game. The defense as a whole, but Mason DeLoach continues to lead the team in tackles. He had 15 the other night, 97 on the year at this point. Amarion Pitts had some big plays in the game, had a pick. Who else had a good one? We had like 4 sacks to the team. Will Rose had 9 tackles and a sack the other night. I just was very impressed with them overall. And our biggest game plan was to take away number 1 for them, and he had 1 catch on the night.
Wow.
Because he had been, lighting everybody else up. They played Dresden the first week of the season, and I think he went for over 300 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns. So, we neutralized him, and I thought that was good. And the offense, did what they supposed to in the second half, started rolling. It was just a little too late, but I thought they found some stuff. And if we were to play them again, I think we got a good idea how to attack them.
Martin Westview, they definitely know. They knew Saturday morning they were in the game because it was a lot of hard hitting, and I saw several good licks that we had put on their receivers and their running backs. And I don't remember who made the big hit on the far sideline on a pass, but I don't know if the guy came back in or not, but he stayed down for a while.
That was JQ Hurdle. He had a good night too. I know his stats aren't going to pop off the page, but he's a big reason him and Marjay Barbie, while number 1 was neutralized. He was popping the night. Unfortunately, he got himself, and he's going to be out this week because of it. But it's not for lack of effort. I'm just really pleased with how physical we were as a whole, and that's something that we was talking about this weekend. I know we were the most physical team on the field the other night, which was one of our goals. So again, like if we could play them again, I would love to, but it's just the way it goes.
And we may get to yet in the playoffs possibility. Other than the one that you mentioned that's going to be out this week, are any other players going to be out? Is everybody as healthy as expected for this time of year?
Morgan Simpson will be without him this week as well. So Morgan Simpson, JQ Hurdle. Other than that, we got some guys battling some beats and bangs like usual, but they're going to muscle through it and they're going to play, and they'll be ready to go.
Well, what do we know about Scottsdale as they come into town? Homecoming 2023 for Ripley, and a region game as well, so we definitely want to win this one. We want to win homecoming too.
Yeah, they make you defend sideline to sideline. They're in a spread. They throw a lot of tosses, a lot of bubbles. They'll throw it down the field. Quarterback's a big kid. Left tackle is huge. He's like 6'6", 350. Not real mobile. The other offensive linemen, for the most part, are kind of undersized. But, they get after it. They're going to play hard, and defensively, that 3-3 stack. And, of course, playing that is just something you don't see normally, something you have to adjust to throughout the game and throughout the week coming up to it. So, they're definitely do some stuff that give you some fits, but there's no doubt to me, in my opinion, that we're the better team, and we should handle business.
Well, another observation on last Friday night is we had a great crowd there last Friday night for that game, and one of the biggest crowds I've seen in a while, so I know that was probably exciting to the players.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize until about halftime how many people were actually there, and you don't really look up when the game's on because we're so locked in, and when we walked back out at half, you know, as many people were at the concession stands and whatnot, I think that's probably the most people I've seen in the stands at a game since I've been here in 7 years, and I can't thank those people enough for showing up, and I hope they continue to show up because I know we didn't win the game, but again, that's a quality opponent that, you know, in years past we've had trouble competing with. So again, I just think it shows that we're still growing as a program and the work these kids are putting in, and I'd love for them people to keep coming to support them because they deserve it.
Absolutely, and they were a 2 years off a state championship.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, we know what kind of program they are. So, you know, we've come a long way from 8 years ago to where we are now to compete with teams like that won a state championship. So, congratulations on that. As you mentioned, hope everybody comes out and supports the Ripley Tigers for homecoming 2023. And Coach, we wish you the best of luck in the game, and we'll see you on the sideline.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Good evening, Tiger fans, and welcome to Tiger Talk and WTRB's live broadcast of Ripley High School football. Homecoming 2023 is the Ripley Tigers host Scotts Hill. I believe they're the Lions in this 2023 homecoming and a region game as well. This is Mike White along with Tracy Crazy Horse Henson. That sounds like an Indian, not like a horse. Anyway, we've got a great game lined up for you tonight. We're just about ready for the meeting of the captains. We're going to have our invocation and the national anthem, and we will be right back with live action.
Cadet Corlew, Cadet Umbra, and Cadet Smith make up. Tonight. Keep us safe, and especially safe on our trips home. Amen.
We are just about ready for the meeting of the captains tonight. The captains for Ripley, number 8, Josh Hearn, number 2, Sammy Smith, number 80, Jaqueen Robertson, and number 55 for the Tigers is Logan Simpson. So those are the captains for Ripley tonight as we get ready to head out for the Bank of Ripley coin toss.
And Lewis, for your Tigers, we have Hearn.
And a lot of big games on tap this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Tonight.
I know we got Dyersburg at Westview tonight.
Nelson.
I don't know where Kevin's playing at.
I've seen it, but I don't remember. Right off the top of my head, we'll look it up. I see our new, or this year's principal, Miss Kamisha Dixon. She's out taking pictures for homecoming like she did all week. Like they had a big week at the high school. And now we are just about ready for the coin toss.
Yeah, I believe somebody took a picture of the principal last week after the ball game on last Saturday, cleaning up the.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I didn't see a picture, but I saw where somebody said that that was what happened. That she was out at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock, something like that, next Saturday morning, picking up trash out of the stands. And here's the coin toss. It looks like Scottsdale won the toss. This monitor here comes in handy, don't it?
Yes, it does, Mike.
Shout out to Tiger TV for that. So it looks like that Scott Seal is going to be further to the second half, so Ripley will get the ball first.
They will kick the ball from the south end toward the north end, and Ripley will receive and drive south.
So Ripley will be defending the north end zone.
I don't know a whole lot about Scotts Hill. I know they've had a football team maybe the last 7, 8 years, I believe.
No, it's been a little longer than that because I actually sold them the goalpost for their stadium back when they did that. Probably, I'm going to say it was somewhere around 10 or 12. And they've had some good teams over the last few years, but I think they might have struggled the last year or so. They're 2-4 on the season, but they lost to Lexington by 2 points, and
Here come the
so
Lions.
I don't think they've been blown out any games. So Coach Cruz said they're athletic. They'll stretch the field on you. So we're anticipating a good football game tonight.
Yeah, you know, just because it's a homecoming game don't
And on
mean
homecoming
it's a
night,
gimme.
here come the
Absolutely.
Tigers.
Here come the Ripley Tigers out onto the field.
Looks like Scotts Hill's having a word of prayer over on the other side.
Yeah. Well, that's always a good thing. Got to give a shout out. You see the fireworks are going off in the south end zone. Those were donated by Abby and Roger Mills. Well, Abby Mills, forgot what her married name is, but Abby and Roger donated these fireworks for homecoming, and they're going off in the right outside of the south end zone. And nice firework display for the Ripley Tigers for homecoming 2023.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers got new pants.
Yeah, they've got great pants on this time.
Got a purple stripe going down the side of it.
Yeah, yeah. Just trying to see. Can't tell. I think I'm not sure. Those might be needed. At any rate, Ripley will be receiving. And we are just moments away from kickoff. Ripley going on offense first. The starting lineup for Ripley on offense is going to be left tackle, number 51, Hayden Jennings, he's a senior. Left guard, number 55, Logan Simpson, a senior. Center, number 72, Dalton Wilson, a junior. Right guard, number 56, Will Rose, a junior. Right tackle, number 76, John Baines, he's a junior.
Are you ready for
Slot
some
and wide receiver,
football?
number 26, Tanner Hendricks, a senior. Slot wide receiver, number 8, Josh Hearn, a senior. Wide receiver, number 7, Austin Thompson III, a junior. Wide receiver, Robert Nelson, a senior. He's number 80. 41, Omarion Pitts, a senior. And quarterback, number 2, Sammy Smith, he's a junior. And we are just about ready for kickoff. And it's kickoff time in Tiger Town. They had a man offside today. They caught it.
Yeah.
So they did throw the flag on that.
Yeah. I saw that.
35-yard line. From their own 35.
Well, I've got to give a shout out this week to a couple of them. First of all, a huge shout out to the Booster Club. They have, to me, Ripley concession stand has the best concessions of any place that we go to. And they sent us a couple of things up to the press box, and it was outstanding. So we've only got one more regular season home game. That's next week. So if you hadn't had a chance to get here and try the food for the concession stand at the Booster Club prepared, then you're missing out. Get a chance to try that, or come and do that if you get a chance. let's see, I believe they're going to kick again.
Referee indicates flag play. Offside on the kicking.
So they should back them up to the 35 and kick again.
But if he's gonna
Now it
do
looks like the offense is coming on now. So it is declined. So Ripley's going to take the ball at their own 35 to start the first offensive series in this region game.
Well, the punter, kicker, well, he's going back on the sideline now.
Penalty declined.
So again, a huge thank you to Mills Fireworks for donating those fireworks pre-game as the Tigers ran out.
Well, they running back out. They're going to
Okay, well,
re-kick it.
all right. They changed their minds, so I guess we're going to re-kick it. And Scotts Hill will be kicking from their own 35. And tonight, as always, the coin toss brought to you by Bank of Ripley. First downs by Farm Bureau Insurance. Touchdowns, Bank Tennessee. Injury timeouts, Star Physical Therapy. Turnovers, Ripley Parks and Tires. And penalties, Clint Conrad, Southern Roofing and Renovations in Dyersburg. A big thank you to all of those sponsors for the Ripley High School football team. All right, we're going to tee it up and try it one more time.
I don't know why they just don't line up, just let him kick it going down the field.
So we're going to try this again. It's kickoff time in Tigertown. This time it's squibbed on the ground, takes a bad hop, and we get on the ball at about the 36-yard line. So we get it just about where we would have gotten it had we declined it, maybe picked up a yard.
Again at the 35.
So Tigers will go on offense.
36-yard line.
Ripley's without a couple of players tonight. Hurdle's not playing tonight. He had a little bit of an injury right at the end of the game last week. Nothing that's going to keep him out long, but Coach medical advice to him was to hold him out this week, so he did. So they'll just give somebody else an opportunity. This time Ripley will line up 2 to the right, 1 to the left.
Big O in there.
Yep, Big O in the backfield with Smith. And they put him out, now they move him out to a wide out. Be surprised to throw a screen pass. There it is right there. And here it comes. He's coming down and run past the first one. The second one got a flag on the play. I think it's going to come back. And it's a shame because he picks up about 15, 16 yards. But where that flag came out, it makes you think it's going to be a hold or a block in the back. And that's what it is, a block in the back.
So it'll come back.
And I have to say, I went back and looked at the game last Friday night on the touchdown that was called back, and I never saw anybody move. But I did talk to Coach Cruz, and he said with the wider angle, you could see that we did have one player who came on late, and he just wasn't set in time, and he said that it was a good call. So, you know, Coach Cruz is going to be he's going to be honest about it. He's not going to take anything he don't deserve, but he's like the rest of us. He wants what he does deserve.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty for the Tigers. Now it looks like it's going to be.
Spotted at the Tiger.
5 yard in.
It wasn't but about it'll be a 10-yard penalty, so it'll make it. Well, according to, I guess it was spot foul, it'll be 1st and 18 from the 28-yard line of the Tigers. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Smith empty backfield. He's going to run to his left. Gets past the first tackler and picks up about 8. Gets up across the 35 to 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and around 11 for the Tigers.
Great run by Sammy. Good blocking for the Tigers.
Yeah, he made, anytime you make 7, 8 yards on a run, that's a good one. This time Big O in the backfield. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Smith takes the ball, hands it to Big O. He's running off tackle, he's running over people, and he gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 for Ripley at the 42-yard line.
3rd down 4.
2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left for the Tigers. Quarterback takes snap, hand off to Big O, and he doesn't get it. He gets out. He's going to be, it looks like about a yard, maybe 2 yards short. About a yard according to the yard marker. So let's see if if the Tigers pull them off sides or if we just go for it. I don't anticipate a punt here.
Number 51 for the Tigers out there limping. He actually needs to come off the field.
All right, we've got Barbie split wide to the left, and Toots wide to the right. Smith's going to take it himself, go off left side. He's got the first down, and that is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down as he rambles out to about the 47, 40, no, it's showing it right at the 50-yard line.
I believe Sammy, Mike, you Mike can tell me, but I believe he's the only running quarterback we've had.
Well, that one from Bolivar. Oh, you're talking about played for Ripley. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff this time to Big O, and Smith goes out the left side. He gets about 8 yards off the left side. He started off tackling, broke it outside, and picks up a nice gain. And it's going to be down to the, looks like the 42-yard line. So a pickup of 8. Second down and 2 with 9:35 to go. First quarter, no score here at Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, live from Don Paris press box. 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Smith in the backfield, still in shotgun. Big O to his right. Take the snap. It's a swing pass out, and it's incomplete. It was intended.
Number 25,
26 for the Tigers. That's Tanner Hendricks. So it falls incomplete, bringing up second down and 2.
I noticed when Sammy throws that ball, he throws the sidearm. You notice that?
Yeah, he's he's still learning his mechanics in quarterback, or in passing at least. 2 wide to either side, and the ball off to Big O, and he rambles off the right side. Got the first down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line, and that is a first down. Farm Bureau Insurance first down for the Ripley Tigers.
I know I saw Barbie go out to get the kick, so I guess they're changing some things up on offense.
Yeah, they've had him once at least lined up out wide. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. They hand the ball to Big O going right up the gut. He steps over some people, runs over a couple more, and picks up around 4, it looks like, down inside the 35 to about the 34, 33-yard line. Pick up 3, second down 7. 8:30 to go, first quarter, no score. Opening drive of the game, the Ripley Tigers taking the kickoff and so far driving it down the field in this opening quarter. 3 to the left, 1 to the right this time. And we're looking to throw the ball, and it's incomplete. I think it was intended for Hearn. The flag comes out late, and I think they're going to get us for illegal receiver downfield. Because when he threw the flag, I looked, and there was a lineman more than 3 yards down the field, and that's what it is.
I believe it was 72 for the Tigers.
That's the center.
Yeah, that's Dalton Wilson, I
I think you're right. So that'll back us up 5 now.
Illegal receiver downfield.
It'll put us right back behind the stick, so it's going to make it 2nd and 12 with 8:19 on the clock. Ripley at the Scottsdale 38-yard line. Second down, 12. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Smith takes a snap. He's looking to throw, looking downfield, and he's overthrown. It was intended for Hearn. It went over his head and falls incomplete. So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. So the Tigers will definitely need to get some yards on this one. You know, if we get a few more, we may be able to kick a field goal. But I know Coach Cruz is going to want the first down.
Yeah. We got the personnel out there to get that first down. We just need to hold tight and get it.
3 wide right, 1 to the left. Smith takes a snap, looking to throw. Looking, chased out of the pocket. Now he's going to run it himself. And he gets past the first man. He's going to have the first down going down the far sideline. He's going to go still on his feet. It's another Farm Bureau Insurance first down. Let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be, it's definitely inside the 15. Or definitely inside the 20. Looks like it may be right at the 15, 16-yard line.
That's what it looks like it is here, Mike.
2 wide left, 2 wide to the right for Ripley. And the ball to the running back going off the left side, and he is hit as he tries to get outside, maybe picks up a yard or two. That reminds me, I have to do a correction from last Friday night. Last Friday night, I gave number 23, Vernon Thompson, credit for a pass that was a touchdown, and it was actually number 32, Deloach.
Oh, okay.
So I said, now that I can see, I guess I found out I'm dyslexic. Here we go, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. And they hand the ball to the running back. He's going up the middle. He is inside the 10, and he's going to be brought down about the 9-yard line, it looks like, from here. Picks up enough to make it look like it's going to be 3rd and 3 for Ripley. Ball at the 9-yard line. Ripley can get a touchdown, or get a first down without a touchdown.
Ball's on the 9-yard line, 3rd down, 3 for the first.
2 wide to either side. Big O in the backfield. And the quarterback keeps it himself, and he gets a touchdown right off the left side. He kind of knocked him down in the end zone, but that is a Ripley Tiger touchdown. That is not only a Ripley Tiger touchdown, it is a Back Tennessee Ripley Tiger touchdown, $25 going to the football program for every touchdown scored. Coach told me last week, or after last week, we've got an injury timeout. That is a Clint Conrad Southern Roofing and Renovations. Well, that was hit for a penalty, and this is a Star Physical Therapy injury timeout. That last penalty was at Clint Conrad Southern Roofing and Renovations out of Dyersburg. He said we've scored more points so far this year at this point than we did the whole season last year.
Oh, wow.
So they are.
And we got most of these guys coming back next year, too.
Most of them, that's right. And coming into this game, I don't know, we haven't been on defense yet, so it should stay the same. Coming into this game, Deloach, he's the leading tackler on the team. He had 97 tackles through last game.
I know at one time he was #1 in the state of Tennessee, #4 in the nation.
Right.
What is he now?
Well, I don't know. He's dropped back some, partially because, of course, he only played a half a game against Liberty, and then I think one of the other games may have been
At number 72.
McNary. Yeah, we don't need him hurt. That's a center.
Yeah, that's Dalton Wilson.
Nice hand for Wilson coming off the field.
But he leaves under his own power. Hopefully he'll be able to get back, because especially when you're running out of the shotgun, that snout on the deep snout from the center is huge, and I hope we don't find that out right here. But we are getting ready for the extra point, and he does it. He's not the snapper on the extra point or the punts and field goals. That is Deloach.
That's a low. I think Deloach has played about every position except quarterback.
He played a lot.
For the Tigers.
He said that last week, like I said, he had 97, and like I said, there was one game, I want to say maybe it's McNary, that we were on offense a whole lot, so he didn't have an opportunity to make a bunch of tackles, and then, like I said, only played a half a game, and it's a high snap, and it gets down, and we get a nice kick up,
Good.
and it is good. So 6:44 to go in the opening quarter. Ripley opens up a 7-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. Ripley on top of Scotts Hill, 7-0. They took the opening drive from the 36-yard line and marched all the way down. Scored a touchdown that was capped off with a run by the quarterback. They faked the handoff to Pitts, and he went off the left side in for a Tiger touchdown. So the Tigers are getting ready to kick off with a 7-0 lead. Also last night, the Lady Tiger soccer team beat Covington 5-1, and will be hosting Covington for the first district tournament game Monday. Congratulations to them.
I got a score of interest. Dyersburg 3, Westview 0.
Then they kept them out of the end zone.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we got a pull for Westview tonight.
Ball is marked at the 40-yard line where Hendricks will put it in play for the
All right, Hendricks to kick the ball off for the Tigers. 2 back deep
Smith deep.
for Scotts Hill, and it's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to tug all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line, and Scotts Hill will go on offense.
First and 10.
We'll try to get you some scores from around West Tennessee as they become available. It's always a little bit of a delay. They'll have the ball to start at the 20-yard line. Eight to nothing, Riverside in the first. I'm not sure who Riverside was playing. I want to say Huntington. All right, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback as the ball hits the ground, and let's see. I think Ripley got the ball, and Ripley says they have it. Let's see what the referees say. The referees say we've got it. So we've got the ball inside the 20-yard line. A short field to work with on this. That was the first offensive play for Scotts Hill, and the ball, it was a bad snap. It wasn't handled cleanly either, and so Ripley gets on it. I couldn't see who recovered it.
I didn't either, Mike.
But Ripley had the ball in great field position at the, see where they're going to spot it, looks like at about the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Ripley from the Scotts Hill 18-yard line, 6:36 on the clock. Ripley leads 7-0 in a region matchup, Ripley versus hosting Scotts Hill. Quarterback takes a snap. He handed it off to Big O going off the left side, and he picks up 3 or 4 off the left side.
Mercer makes that stop.
Well, according to the stick, it looks like probably 3. We'll call it 2nd down 7.
And 8.
Scotts Hill out there reminds me of Hall, the way the colors are.
Yeah, they have the same colors. All right, here comes Ripley again, 2 wide to either side. Big O in the backfield. And the quarterback's going to keep it himself, going straight up the gut. And he is almost at the end zone, dragging people, and gets down close to the goal line. Doesn't get in, but it's going to be enough for a 1st down. And the Tigers will have it 1st and goal from about the, let's see, looks like a 2-yard line.
1st and goal, give it to Big O.
Big O. They've been doing a good job faking it to him, running it himself, and they hand it to Big O this time. And he falls forward. They trip him up, and he doesn't get into the end zone. He gets down to about the 1. So it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line for Ripley.
And 1.
I had my brother-in-law just text me, asked me why would 92 changing from number 70 back to 92. I said because it's you got to wear one for offense, one for defense. Is that right?
No, I'll tell you just a second. They hand the ball to Big O again, and he goes in off the left side for a Ripley Tiger touchdown. Bank Tennessee Tiger touchdown, 5:17 on the clock, and it is 13-0. Ripley over Scotts Hill at homecoming 2023. Now he wants to lie. He said, "Don't be surprised this year if we don't throw the ball to him sometime."
Oh, wow.
He said he's got the best hands of anybody on the team.
Wow.
And he said you can't line up as a slot or a wide receiver or a H-back with a number 72. Anything between 50 and 79, you got to be in the line. So that's the reason he changed his number. That's what Coach Cruz told me. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Well, I take it to be the gospel then.
Well, I'm just repeating. And there we go. It is good. So with 5:17 on the clock, Ripley on top 14-0. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. 5:17 to go. First quarter, Ripley on top 14-0. As we get ready for the Ripley Tiger kickoff, this will be their 2nd kickoff. So far, Scotts Hill has only had 1 offensive play, and it was a bad snap and a mishandled snap, and the Tigers got it right back and marched down the field, which was a short field, inside the 20 to get the touchdown to go up 14-0. Two back deep for Scotts Hill. They'll stand back inside their own 5. Tanner Hendricks teed up to kick it off. And here we go. It's a long or short end over end kickoff, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. So we'll see if they want to take it at the 35 or make us kick again. I know Hearn wants to kick again. Not Hearn, but Hendricks. We got a lot of H's on this team.
Oh, yeah.
Hearn, Hendricks, Hurdle. Haynes,
Holcomb.
Haley. All right, they elect to take the ball. It looks like they're going to take it at the 35.
travel to Scotts Hill.
Yeah, that's a long way. But actually, it's about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes closer than McNair. But that was a long way, too.
It was.
All right, Ripley on defense. Scotts Hill back on offense. They'll have one wide out to either side. Shotgun formation, man in motion. And they hand the ball to the running back, trying to get outside, and he is eat up behind the line of scrimmage.
I can't see his jersey.
Yeah, he won't turn.
Austin Thompson.
Okay, 83. And 43. I saw 43 getting up off there, too, for the Tigers.
When I thought 18-3 was out from the game.
Second down, 11.
43 was offered.
Who did you say was out tonight? I thought you said
Hurdle is out.
her.
Wide out, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Now the one on the right goes in motion. They hand it to him. It's a sweep coming this way. And they've got a good block on the edge. They're going to get the first down. Hearn's going to force him out of bounds, but not until he picks up the first down across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And they did a good job blocking. I was watching him run to this side and looking out in front of him. Their wideouts did a good job of blocking our corners and our outside linebackers. Well, it's going to come back, a procedure call against Scotts Hill, so it will come back.
Well, now, I thought it was holding on Scotts Hill because one of Scotts Hill's defenders took us to the ground.
Second down.
Well, you can do that as long as you're not holding
Well,
outside the framework of the body.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked like he was hugging him.
Well, you can't put your arms around it. I didn't see it. But, you know, these rules have changed so much over the years, and especially people my age, how much they've changed.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
And they still change about every year. All right, 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback's going to run it himself, right off left tackle. And he runs into a pile of Tigers and maybe picks up a couple of yards. It was third and about 15.
Number 32, Super D. Number 82 for the Tigers. Number 55 and 35.
82 is Robertson, 55 is Simpson, and what was the other one you said? 82, 55?
I can't remember.
Either way, it's going to make
35. 35.
35 for the Tigers is Haynes. So it's going to make it third and about 15 for Scotts Hill at their own 31-yard line. 3:50 to go, opening quarter. Ripley on top, 14-zip.
You know, they got a big line.
Yeah, they do. Well, they got one big, huge guy for sure. Quarterback's a good size too. He drops straight back looking to throw. We want to throw in the flare pattern, and he does. And he catches it and steps out of bounds, but he doesn't even get back inside the sticks. The ball was thrown high. He had to go up after it, and he was just able to get a foot down, and then he went out of bounds. So it's going to make it, according to the sticks, it's going to make it, he didn't really pick up much of anything. Maybe a yard, but it's going to be 4th down. We'll call it 15. And we'll have Hearn and Barbie back to return, anticipation of returning the punt.
I'm surprised that Barbie hadn't ran them tonight.
Now he was lined up at wide out tonight, but he hasn't been lined up in the backfield yet.
Hearn and Barbie deep.
You think Coach Justin is changing some things up? Go to last.
I don't know. All right, we're in punt formation. The punter stands at his own 20, and we almost blocked it, but he gets it away. It hits and takes a roll. It's picked up by Barbie. Comes down the near sideline and gets across the 40 and still on his feet before he's finally brought down inside the 40-yard line to around the 36-yard line. So the Tigers have great field position again to start this drive.
You know, that always scares me when that ball bounces like that on the ground and they pick it up and run with it.
Yeah, especially in traffic. But he picked it up and gained about 20 yards.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those deals like that fake punt last week. You know, it's one of those situations. If you make it, it's a good call. If you don't, people question.
The Tigers will start. First down.
All right, we've got 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Big O in the backfield with Smith. Drops straight back, and the ball hits the ground, and we're going to have to get rid of it. And we're going to throw a long pass downfield, and it falls to the ground incomplete. There was one of the Ripley receivers in the area. That was Deloach.
Yeah, number
And then
32.
two defenders, and also Barbie was in the area. But it bounces off the hands and hits the ground and falls incomplete, making it now 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Scotts Hill 36-yard line. 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. This time they hand it to Big O, trying to get outside on the near sideline, trying to drag him down from behind. He stays on his feet and crosses the 30. They're going to say he's down right at the 30-yard line. So nice pickup. It'll make it 3rd down and 4 for Ripley now with 2:10 to go. Opening quarter. No score for Scotts Hill. Ripley 14. Hearn and Barbie to the left. Deloach to the right. Smith takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to the running back. He starts inside, cuts it back. Starts outside and cuts it back inside. And there's 2 flags that come in down here on the right side, and I think it was the guy that Deloach was blocking, number 14. And I saw a flag come out, and the defender turned around and said something else, and another flag came out. We'll let them sort this out.
Yeah, I like what Steve just put on the thing is a cartoon referee with a flag.
Oh yeah.
Well, not cartoon, but that right there.
So let's see what the referees say. White hat. Talking to, I guess, the line judge. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Ripley. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Scotts Hill. So we'll play the down again.
Offsetting penalties on that one.
So those penalties offset. They say it's 4th and 4, but it should be 3rd and 4. And we have a lot of personnel changes. So I guess it is 4th down.
Well, they send the Sammy out for wide receiver. We're gonna do the wild tiger.
Wildcat, Wild Tiger, Wild Pits.
Oh, I see him throw Sammy. He's gonna get that down.
Well, I'm going to say they're going to run to the right side of the line by the way they're lined up. Big O goes off the right side. He got the 1st down as he gets down to about the 21 or 2-yard line. That's enough to move the sticks. So it'll be 1st down and 10 Tigers. And that is a Farm Bureau Insurance for Ripley Tiger 1st down.
Good to see number 72, Wilson, come back in the game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that center, there's not a position out there that's not critical, but the center is, everything starts with him. If you don't have a good snap, it doesn't make any difference how good a runner you are, how many blocks are made. If you can't, if it throws the timing off, or especially you don't even get the ball back to the quarterback. So glad to see that. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Smith wants to throw. And he's looking to his right. Now he's rolling to his right, and he's got a man in the end zone, and he leads him too much. Hearn was wide open in the end zone, but he just overthrows him. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 22-yard line of Scotts Hill. Clock stopped with 52 seconds from that incomplete pass.
Yeah, he threw it about 10 feet over his head.
Yeah, he did. And that penalty was brought to you by Clint Conrad, Southern Roofing and Renovations out of Dyersburg, Tennessee. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. And there, Smith's going to keep it himself, going right up the gut. And he stays on his feet. He gets down to about the 15-yard line. They're going to say it's at the 14. So a nice pickup of about 8. It'll make it 3rd down 2 for the Ripley Tigers at the 14-yard line. Ripley knocking on the door. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Smith takes a snap, hand it to his running back, going off the right side. And he's tripped up as he gets back probably to about the line of scrimmage. And it's going to make it 4th down if he didn't get it.
Probably going to be the end of the score.
Yeah, only got 5 seconds and it's counting down. So we're going to be at 4th and about a yard when we come back. But at the end of 1 here from Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, and from Don Paris Press Box, we'll be back with the 2nd quarter in 1 minute. We are ready for the 2nd quarter. Ripley on top of Scotts Hill, 14-0. As we get ready for this 4th down play, it'll be 4th and about a yard for Ripley. You got some scores for us, Hoss?
Yeah, Covington 21, McNairy Central 7, the 2nd quarter. Henry County 14, Portland 0, Dyersburg 9, Westview 0.
Wow. I don't know if that's 3 field goals or if they missed an extra point, but they're keeping them out of the end zone, it looks like. So it's going to be 4th down and 1, ball on the 13-yard line for Ripley. Big O in the backfield. The Wild Tiger, he's going to run straight ahead. He looks like, yeah, he's got it. He's still on his feet. He's pushing forward and keeps driving. And it's down close to the goal line, but it's either way, it's going to be a first down. Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. And we're still in that same formation because Smith is split wide to the left. I think Big O likes playing quarterback.
I do too.
Straight up the gut. And Big O goes in off the right side with 11:32 on the clock. Ripley opens up a 20-0 lead here. First play of the second quarter as we get ready for the point after.
I believe that may be something we need to, when we go against Dyersburg and coverage, throw that stuff in like that.
Yeah, whatever works. So 11:32 to go in this second quarter. Ripley on top 20-0.
Shore of Interest, Dresden 14, Union City 14.
We get ready for the extra point. There's a snap, hold, the kick up, and it looks good from here. And it is. So it's 11:32, second quarter. Ripley on top 21-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back right after this. We are back as we get ready for the kickoff. Still looking for some scores. All right, Ripley, take the ball up and kick it away. Again, 11:32 to go. Second quarter, Ripley up 21-0. Homecoming 2023.
I tell you, it's really been some good crowds here this year at the stadium.
Yeah, it has. We've got a good crowd again tonight. Glad to see it. And it really means a lot to the kids. The coach tells me every week when we do the coaches show that he really appreciates, and what he appreciates is because the kids appreciate it so much, that they're getting the support. He said, you know, they look up in the stands and they know everybody's there for them. And so we appreciate, and so do the players and band members, booster club, coaches, everybody appreciates the support. Here's a kick. It's a short kick, and it's going to hit and go out of bounds. I think Hendricks slipped about the time he kicked the ball. And so we'll see if they take it at the 35 or have us kick again. Looks like they're going to take it at the 35. Still 11:32 on the clock.
Lines will begin at their own 35 and have it
First
first
Dresden
and
leads
10.
Union City 6-0. Well, it changed to 7-6 Dresden. Huntington scores 8-6. Riverside ahead.
Well, the last update I had on mine, Mike, it's 14-14.
Okay. All right, here comes Scotts Hills. They've got 3 wide to the right, wing to the left. Put his wingman in motion. They hand it to him, coming this way, trying to get outside, and Sammy Smith is the first one there. And then 82 also for the Tigers in to clean up that tackle was Daquin Robertson. And they just smelled that one out, and it was basically, they're going to say he picks up.
About a yard,
Yeah, well, not even that, maybe,
2 inches.
yeah, less than a yard. But it's inside the sticks. We'll call it 2nd and 9. And Halls is ahead 10-7 of they're playing Humboldt tonight.
Good for Hall.
Absolutely. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, looking to his left, now looks back to his right, and it's incomplete as he was hit right after he attempted to catch the ball, and it fell incomplete, but either way he was still hit. And let's see, the Ripley player that hit him is still down.
35. No?
Well, let's see. Well, we've got Tiger TV zooming in so we can see. Coach Cruz kind of patted him on the face. I think maybe he had the breath knocked out of him. I think he's okay. Coach Cruz is smiling.
Is it 18-3?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. If he moved the helmet, I might be able to tell. And he's motioning down his arms. Maybe he got a stinger.
Coach Cruz laughing at him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know it's nothing too serious. Coach Cruz has a great relationship with these kids. He's telling them to stay down there for a minute. You know, these kids really respect Coach Cruz and what he does for this program, and he has a really good relationship with them. So I'm glad to see that it appears that he's going to be okay. Number 7, so it is AT3. We got a hand signal from Mr. Tiger TV himself, Stephen P. Vickery.
And the P don't stand for pretty.
Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say you said that. you got an eye there. I thought it was Stephen Pretty Vickery.
Stephen Pretty Vickery?
Yeah, he said that was right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said that. He said thumbs up on that. Now it looks like they're going to leave him down and let him. I don't know if he's catching his breath or. Here we go. Now he's getting up, and it was AT3, and he's going to walk off under his own power.
I tell you what, them kids out there getting tonight.
Oh, it's 10:46 to go in the second quarter. Ripley's up 21-0. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Scotts Hill, and they have the ball just across their own 35-yard line.
10 yards for the first, or 9 yards for the first.
When you get time, look at number 70. Do they have their height and weight on there?
Yeah,
70. Here, I'm talking about here. Scotts Hill. All right, 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Quarterback drops straight back, wants to throw. He's got a rush. Now he's going to throw. Oh, and that's going to be pass interference. Yep. And and now we got another penalty that comes out close to the line. Not sure what that is.
I'm going to tell you it's going to be sports.
But I saw that one, and no doubt that was pass interference.
Oh, yeah.
The receiver turned, and when he did, the cornerback just kind of pushed him in the back, and he fell down. Don't think he would have caught the ball anyway. It's one of those penalties that probably, if you hadn't have done it, it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. So, coaches, but at least it was, it was an effort penalty. So, we'll see what. Hopefully, they'll offset.
I'm going to tell you it's unsportsmanlike conduct. I want to.
All right.
Locking him up.
Yeah, that's going to be interference against Ripley. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Ripley. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. They'll mark it off. They'll be up to about midfield. But it'll be a 1st down for Scotts Hill. Not sure who that was called on. But I'm sure Coach Cruz does, and I'm sure they'll have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll go in there. He'll tell them a bedtime story at halftime.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, wow, it's going to move it all the way down. It was a spot foul. So, wow, it's moving it all the way down across midfield, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
That wasn't one of the spot. That's not where he pushed.
No, and I don't know if, I don't know. I'll have to get clarification on that.
I guess it must have been 10 yards on the pass interference and 15 yards on the.
But usually you get one of them, and it's the biggest one.
Well, they got both of them that time.
It looked like it, unless it was 10 yards from the pass interference. At any rate, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion from right to left, and it's a sweep trying to get outside. Looks like I thought we had him hemmed up, and we get him after a short gain and bring him down at around the 30-yard line, close to it. He may have gotten out of bounds a little bit before that.
2nd down, 8.
So they say he picked up, looks to me like he picked up about 2. No, well, they're still moving the stick. So he picks up about 4, so it'll be 2nd down, 6. Don't lose your composure. We're ahead. We just need to play our ball.
Yeah.
And again, congratulations to Hoss. At this point, at least the point that I have, they are on top 10-0 over Humboldt. Humboldt's got that big kid that everybody in the country is looking at. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, wing to the right. Wingman from the left in motion. Quarterback's going to carry it himself right up the middle. And he run into a crowd of Tigers. Number 56 is there.
That's Simmons.
And 43 and Super D.
41.
56 for the Tigers. That's Will Rose. And
I
guess he picks up a little bit. It's going to make it, picks up a couple. It's going to make it 3rd down and about 4. Down at the 28-yard line. 3rd and 4. 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. 3 wide to the right. Quarterback's going to a little swing pass out to number 5, trying to get outside. He got some good blocking. He cuts back across the middle of the field, and he's brought down, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Big O on the tackle as well as Hearn. And he gets down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. So that'll move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 for Scotts Hill in the red zone. Give a shout out to Jason Brewster back at the station, working the board.
14-yard line.
I think Mickey's there assisting him, so appreciate everybody's help. And we'll have 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, man in motion. It's a toss sweep going to him, trying to get outside, and a flag comes out. I believe it should be against them. We catch him for a loss, and so depending on where that spot's going to be, we may take the play instead of the penalty. But I would guess, yep, it is a hold, and it is against Scotts Hill. So that'll take them back 10 yards, and they lost about 5, so we'll see what Coach Cruz decides to do. Tipton Rosemark 21, Lakeland 0, Dyersburg 9, Westview 0, Pioneers 15, Stewart County 7, Dyer County 14-0 over South Gibson in the 2nd quarter. West Carroll 20, McEwen 0, Union City 14, Dresden 14, I guess. I don't know. It says 144.9. I'm not sure what that is. Brewston, no score there. End of 1. McKenzie 29, Perry County 0. Scotts Hill will send 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. 1 running back to his left. And the quarterback's wanting to throw. And he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Great job there. First on the scene for the Ripley Tigers was number 56, Will Rose. Comes through with a huge play and takes them way back out of the sticks. Now they're going back. They're at the 31-yard line. So it's 2nd down and about 30.
The game I wanted, that I mentioned, interested in, that Crockett County and Lyon County game.
Baller 8-0 over South Side. Now it's Halls 10, Humboldt 6. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Scotts Hill quarterback takes snap, looking to his right, looking. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man over the middle, and it hits his hands and falls incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd and about 30. McKenzie 36, Perry County 0. Oh, I got to say, I was talking to Mike Worrells a couple of weeks ago. He had heard where you mentioned that we had a 99-yard field.
Yeah.
He said that about 3 years ago they changed that.
Oh, they did?
He said we got a 100-yard field now. He said they went back with some kind of laser or something and shot it, and he said it's what it's supposed to be. All right, here comes Scotts Hill. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback dropping straight back, wanting to throw. He's got a man, he's throwing, and it's hit and incomplete. And a great tackle there made by Super D. And he actually, the ball, let's see, did they call it complete? No, it was incomplete. He hit him, he had it. Well, I mean, Super D knocked it away from him. So it's going to make it 4th down, and I'm still 30. Let's see, the scoreboard says 26, so maybe that's what it is, 4th and 26. At any rate, let's see if they're going to, looks like they may attempt a field goal. At least some personnel changes. Well, now they're lined up, it looks like in a punt situation. If it goes into the end zone, they're at 31. They gain 11 yards. Ripley will have 2 back deep. That's going to be Hearn and
Thompson and Hearn deep.
And here's the snap and the punt. And they do a good job trying to hit the corner, and it goes into the end zone. They almost got it before it went into the end zone. I believe it went in, didn't it?
No, I think he got on about the 1 foot line.
Wow. If they did that, that was a great job. I think you're right. So Ripley starting in a hole. 7:01 to go. Second quarter. Ripley on top 21-0.
Ball's going to be marked quite near the goal line.
So they did it. I mean, that's the way you draw it up right
Looks
there.
like that's the short 1 yard line.
So the
So
ball
from that distance, the Tigers will take over.
Inside the
with a
1.
First down.
So Tigers working out of the shadow of their own goal post. And they'll be lined up for the most part in the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 1. From their own 1. 1 wide to the left. Big O snap straight to him, going straight up the gut, trying to give us a little bit of room. He stays on his feet, still pushing the pile,
Wow.
And he looks like I don't know if he got the first down, but he's scared it to death. He's right at the 10-yard line. Looks like he's going to be stopped after 2 or 3. And, man, those big legs of his just kept driving the pile. And they say it's a first down. So he picked up 10 yards on the first play, or actually, based on the spot, about 11 yards. So Big O comes in and does his job, gets him out of the end zone, and he'll come out. And Smith will go back in at quarterback. 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. AT3 back in the game. Smith takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Looking now. He chased out of the pocket, rolls to his right, and he throws it at the last minute. And Austin Thompson's running down the field wide open, but he was hit just as he let go of the ball, and so it didn't go. Pass wasn't exactly like he wanted it to. Yeah, that's Smith. He took a hit just at the point where, just as soon as he let the ball go, he took a hit, and we don't need to lose him. Of course, Hearn is our backup. He's a good backup, but I believe that is, I'm 99% sure that is Smith, and that's the Star Physical Therapy injury timeout. And again, those penalties brought to you by Clint Conrad, Southern Roofing and Renovation. And the turnovers by Ripley Parts and Tire.
Well, he'll have to come out at least 1 play when he comes out.
Yeah, he will. So we'll see if he gets up pretty quick. I'm hoping he just maybe had the wind knocked out of him here. He's coming up under his own power. So I'd guess they're going to probably put Big O back in. And I saw the coach for Scott Seal come out and check on him as well, and kind of patted Smith on the back. So good sportsmanship there by the Scott Seal coaches. Let's see. I didn't see Big O go back in. So Hearn's going to be in at quarterback. He quarterbacked over half the year last year. So he'll come in with a 2nd down and 10 situation. Ball right at the 10-yard line, 10 and a half. He takes a snap, and he's hit as soon as he gets in. Let's see, they hit him way behind the line. He loses a lot of yards. It looked like a broken play. It looked like he was trying to hand it off to somebody, but nobody came in front of him. And so he was just kind of left hanging back there. And the offense, or defensive line came through, and they get him for about a 8-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd down and 18 back at about, looks like he's standing at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 42, Elijah Duke, for the Hitch 12 for Scott Hill. What is their mascot?
Lions. And Smith's back in. He's going to take the snap, drop straight back, looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket, rolls to his left. He's got some room. Let's see how much he can get. He's across the 10 and across the 15, across the 20, across the 25, and out to about close to the 30-yard line. So that's a Farm Bureau Insurance, Ripley Tiger, first down.
He got all that plus some.
He did. He did. You know, I've said many times through the year, it looks like, it doesn't look like Smith is moving fast, or his legs doesn't look like they're moving as fast as some of the other kids, but nobody can catch him. He outruns folks, so he just takes long strides, I guess. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. To hand the ball to the running back, going off the right side. He's in the linebacker level. Now in the secondary level, gets about 9.5 yards. That was number 23, Vernon Thompson for the Ripley Tigers.
Yeah, that's very close on Scott Teal of having a horse collar.
Oh, it's a penalty against Ripley.
I'm sure it is.
4:49 to go until halftime. I want to give a shout out to Tiger TV, Steve Vickery, Mark Jones, and Brad Vickery for running the cameras for us tonight. They do a fantastic job. You said Steve pretty Vickery.
No, I didn't say it.
Yeah, you said that.
No.
All right.
That was a holding.
Okay, and it will be 1st and 20 now for Ripley. Smith back in the gun, takes a snap, looking to throw. Got plenty of time. Got plenty of time. Now he's going to throw. He's got Hearn down the field, and it's complete to Hearn across the 50-yard line. He gets into Tiger, or gets down into Scotts Hill territory about the 49-yard line. So that was about a 31-yard completion for the Ripley Tigers. Smith had plenty of time. The offensive line did a great job holding them out, and Hearn came open, and he was able to hit him in stride and pick up the first down with 4:20 to go until halftime. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Smith takes a snap. He hands it off to Thompson. He cuts back across the middle. He's across the 45 and down around the 42-yard line. So about an 8-yard pickup.
And Beers makes that stop.
4 minutes to go until halftime. Ripley on top, 21-0.
Second down, long 1.
I'm going to call it 2nd and 2. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Smith's going to run it himself up the middle. He's got the first down as he falls inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. So that is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down.
Inside the 40-yard line, and the Tiger first down.
Ripley will send 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Smith takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. Got time, got a man coming after him now. He chased out of the pocket, and he's going to run it himself. He gets down inside. He's going to pick up a yard or 2 at the most, about the 38-yard line. So about a yard pickup. He's second down and 9, and he picked up about a yard. Looks like Austin Thompson, AT3 will be wide to the left, and Nelson wide to the right. Shotgun formation. Smith wanting to throw, looking to his left, looking, got time, and he's going to go long downfield to Thompson, and it was actually in a position where it could have been picked off. It was a little bit short, but it falls incomplete, so it will make it 3rd down and 9 for the Ripley Tigers.
Yeah, number 1 for the Scotts Hill was in pursuit of AT3.
Yeah, he made a good break right in front of him, got between him and the ball.
That's Anthony Jones, sophomore for Scotts Hill.
Ripley will be faced with a 3rd and 9 situation, 2:41 to go until halftime, leading 21-0. 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. And it's a Big O this time, going off right tackle. And not much doing there. I mean, he still picks up 2 or 3, but it's going to be, he picks up a couple. That flag comes out late. And the way I see it, looks like by the body language, it's going to be against Ripley. It was going to be 4th and 8.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, but I think 41 said something.
So unsportsmanlike conduct, Ripley. And that's one thing the coach is not going to tolerate. Those are just penalties that make no sense. We get an opportunity. We want to thank all the
15-yard infraction.
We want to thank all the people that helped with the uniforms for the cheerleaders this year. And we'll get you the cheerleaders also. All right, it's going to be 4th down for Ripley, 4th and about 23, as Hearn will stand back at about his own 33-yard line to punt the ball away. First punt, I think, for the Tigers tonight. A low snap, it bounces back there to him. He gets it. It's not a good punt, but he did a good job just to get it away. And it does take a little bit of a Ripley bounce. Now it's a flag on the play on the far side as well.
I thought there for a minute that one of the South Scotts Hill players took the number 58 touchdown ball.
He might have. Let's see what the call is. Hearn wasn't a great punt, but he did a good job just to get it away because he had pressure, I mean, all in his face.
Yeah.
That was one of the few times I didn't see him where he kind of rolls out and punts the ball. He just kind of punted it straight away, and that's where the pressure came from, was right up the middle. And still looking for the white hat to give us a signal. Illegal procedure against Ripley, so I think we'll punt the ball over. So it'll be back 5 more yards, and we'll punt the ball again. Maybe we'll block better this time. We definitely should get a better punt.
Yeah.
At least we're grateful for the opportunity to have a chance to have a better punt. All right, Ripley punting from their own 43-yard line. Hearn stands back inside his 30. High snap. He gets it. He gets it away. He gets a real high punt, and it hits. And good job by Ripley keeping it from bouncing back and to make a Scotts Hill roll. So Scotts Hill will have the ball at about their own 40-yard line with 1:48 to go until halftime. Ripley up 21-0. Cheerleaders this year, the captains are Meg Coker and Reese White. Cheerleaders, Kaylee Etheridge, Shermiah Haynes, Marley Heath, Annabeth Macy, Maya Taylor, Aisha Body, Brett White, Lanny Woodard, Linda Burham, Cheyenne Fitzhugh, Allie Henderson, Julia Manley, Kaylee Pittman, Karina Robbins, Reagan Conrad, Emerson Heath, Carly Hutchins, Zoe Latham, Emerson Payton, and Briley Ray, coached by Coach Bailey Ring. All right, let's see what's going to happen here. I don't know if Scotts Hill should have the ball.
Yeah, but it's roughing the kicker.
Okay.
We got a flag. I just told roughing the kicker. And I guess Ripley got a first down.
Well, they're not showing it on the sticks. Well, they are showing it on the sticks, but they're showing it. Okay, now they're getting the yard marker straight on the far side. It showed it first down in about 12, and it's 1st and 10, so a big break there for the Ripley Tigers. Hopefully they can capitalize on this and run a score up before halftime and get another score in, because Scotts Hill will get the ball to start the second half. They hand the ball to Big O going off the left side. He's rambling down. He's got the first down, and they tackle him, but not until he gets inside the 30-yard line, close to the 25. So a big first down for the Ripley Tigers. Big old Pitts on the run. 1:30 to go until halftime. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Smith's going to run it himself off the right side, and nothing much doing there. He's going to be taken down just about the line of scrimmage with 1:10 to go. I wonder if we'd call a timeout. Guess we'll wait and see what happens on this 2nd and 10 play. Ripley not in any hurry. We'll go right under 1 minute. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Big O in the backfield. He's blocking back. Smith looking to throw. Got plenty of time. And he starts to run it. Now he runs to his left, runs back to his right. And he's still on his feet. He breaks outside, and they're pulling him down, but not until he gets inside the 20. But I think he's going to be short of the first down. But it should be 4th and short. Yep, well, let's say it's going to be 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. We're at 40 seconds. And Ripley takes a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this.
Annabeth Massey, Demaya Taylor,
40 seconds to go until halftime. Ripley has the ball at the Scotts Hill 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10. And Ripley on top 21-0 following a Ripley timeout. Check that, it's going to be 3rd down and 2. I'm looking at the scoreboard instead of at the field. Scoreboard hadn't changed yet. All right, Ripley gets ready for this 3rd and 2 or 3. We'll call it 3rd and 2. Ball at the 18-yard line. 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. Smith takes a snap, hands it to Big O, going off the right tackle. He's brought down after a short game. He didn't need much, but let's see if he got enough. Clock still running, and we've got an injured player that should be, clock should stop. It was at 30, and we're down to 26 now before, I've noticed that 2 or 3 times this year. It seems like when there's an injury, or a lot of different things, not just an injury, but it seems like the clock runs a little more. Like I said, I know they ran off at least 4, if not 5 seconds there that we should have back, but it's going to be 4th and 1 for Ripley. We'll hold it here with this injury timeout. That injury timeout is a Star Physical Therapy injury timeout. The businesses that supported new uniforms for the cheerleaders this year, and a huge thank you to them is Lane's Floor Covering, Helena Chemicals, Smoker Friendly, Bank of Ripley, Cannell's Body Shop, Keeley Bonding, and MLK Auto Insurance, Unique Properties, Mott's Flower Shop, Beats Waffles, Farmers Home Furniture, Thomas Tax Service, Dr. Brooks Family Optometry, Royalty Hair Salon by Tiff, Fish's Wing Shack, Harper's Eye Care, Thompson's Mortuary, Briner's Furniture, Chisholm Lake Store, First Citizens National Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Marvin Windows, Komatsu, Southern Roofing and Renovations, and Tiger Car Wash. So thank you to all the people that helped the Ripley Tiger cheerleaders get new uniforms this year. I know they appreciate it, and they look good.
Yeah, they do. A score advantage at halftime, Dyersburg 9, Westfield 0.
Wow.
Crockett County 20,
Lewis goes off under
Obion County 7, Covington 42, Mineral Central 7 with 42 seconds going to half.
All right, well, we're back here with 26 seconds left. It's going to be 4th. Well, they've changed the sticks. It should have been 4th and 1, but the sticks don't reflect that. So we'll see. It looks like by the sticks they're saying it's 3rd and 10. We'll see what happens. Smith wanting to throw the ball. Chased out of the pocket. He's thrown into the corner of the end zone. It falls incomplete.
Another player went down. Well, he slid on that track.
Yeah, it sure did. One of the Ripley players goes out of bounds, and he's a little gimpy.
Yeah,
And that's Barbie, isn't it? Well, let's see. Stephen P. will give us a view. Yeah.
Yeah, Barbie.
Yeah.
Well, one of
Again,
Scott's
that
Hill
dangerous
players.
track.
Yeah.
So he's able to come back, thank goodness. 17 seconds on the clock, so it's 2nd and 10. So it must have been 1st and 10, obviously. On the previous play, that incomplete pass stopped the clock with 17 seconds to go. Ripley up 21-0. Smith in the quarterback in the shotgun. And he wants to throw the ball. Looking. He's chased out of the pocket, rolls to the left. He's going to run it himself. Goes down the near sideline and steps out of bounds with 10 seconds to go.
That was a smart move by Sammy.
Smith.
Yeah, he got all he could get and then still got out of bounds and stopped the clock with 10 seconds. Looks like he picked up about 5 of it. He's going to make it 3rd and 5, but the most important number is the 10 that's on the clock for that much time left until halftime. Ripley calls another timeout. We'll hold it here with only 10 seconds left until halftime.
Speaking of the cheerleaders, ladies and gentlemen, they have new uniforms this year. They don't have
Thank
them on
you
tonight,
to
but maybe
all the
next
sponsors
week.
this year,
But these are the folks
or
that
WTRB
contributed for
and
their
Tiger
new
TV,
uniform.
Sonic,
Lady Flora,
All Care Medical
Helena,
Clinic,
Smokers
Star Physical
Friendly,
Therapy,
Bank of Ripley,
Komatsu,
Canal,
Southern
Healy Bonding
Renovations,
Company,
Roofing and
MLK Auto
Renovations,
Insurance,
Dan
Unique
Douglas,
Properties,
Attorney at Law,
Mott's
Nails
Flower
Body Shop,
Bees
Douglas
Waffles,
Reynolds,
Farmers Home
McDonald's,
Furniture,
Express RX, English State Farm Agent, Lauderdale County Mayor, Maurice Gaines, Debbie Mays, Property Assessor,
Fish's
Farm
Wing
Bureau
Shack,
Insurance,
Harper's Eye
River
Care,
Helena
Thompson
Chemicals,
Mortuary,
Lauderdale Community Hospital, Taco versus Sushi, First Citizens National Bank, and Mills Food Plaza. So appreciate all the sponsors. And we are back in a 3rd and 5 situation. 10 seconds to go on the clock. Ripley has the ball. Again, 3rd and 5 from the 12-yard line. Ripley would like to punch one in right before halftime. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Smith wanting to throw. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's complete. And that was to Barbie. A Ripley Tiger touchdown, a 12-yard strike by Smith to make the score.
That was a bullet that he threw.
Yeah, that was a good pass. And it was right where it had to be. The score 27-0 as we get ready for the point after with 6 seconds on the clock. Only took 4 seconds to score that touchdown. So we should be kicking off. They'll get a shot at it. If it's they don't return it, then they may have a play that they can run on offense. Hendricks to attempt the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it looks good from here. So, with 6 seconds to go until halftime, Ripley on top, 28-0. We'll get back. Ripley will be on defense. Starting defense for the Tigers in this game. A defensive end, 56, Will Rose. He's a junior. Nose guard, 92. Connor Moonley, a senior. Defensive end, 54, Keenan King. He's a sophomore. Outside linebacker, number 2, Sammy Smith, a junior. Outside linebacker, number 7, Austin Thompson, the third. He's a junior. Middle linebacker, number 32, Mason DeLoach, also a junior. Middle linebacker, number 82, Daquan Robertson. He's a junior. Corner, Art Alford, a junior. Number 43 and number 35, Shamar Haynes. He's a senior at corner. Safety, number 8, Josh Hearn, a senior. And safety, number 1, Marjay Barbie. He's a junior. Again, a big thank you to Mills for the fireworks right before the kickoff, and to the Booster Club for all the good food. And I think the last I heard, they had one more Friday that they needed to feed the team. So if you're out there, individual organization or whatever, that you'd like to feed the team on a Friday, get in touch with the Booster Club. There was one Friday left, and that's been a week ago that I heard that. But we mentioned at the beginning of the season, we still had, 3 or 4 still open. So thank you, everybody, for stepping up and helping feed the team on Friday afternoons. So Tanner Hendricks will tee it up and kick it off for the Tigers with 6 seconds until halftime. Ripley on top, 28-0. And here's the kick. And he's going to be taking it to 15. He goes back across to the far side of the field and cuts back to the middle. And a hard hit there. That was number 24 for the Tigers.
Johnson on the return.
And that was a hard hit.
Jarrett makes that stop.
Was Jamari Jarrett,
He's a sophomore.
another sophomore. So that was it. That was the last play of the first half. So at the end of 2 quarters of play here from Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, and Don Paris Press Box, the score 28-0, Ripley over Scotts Hill in a big region matchup. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with the second half shortly. We are back as we get ready to start the second half here in just 2 or 3 minutes. Both teams on the field warming up to start the second half. Ripley will be kicking the ball off and to Scotts Hill. Ripley leading 28-0 in this big 7-3A matchup. You got any scores for us, Hoss?
Yeah, I got Dyersburg Trojans 17, Westview 0. Collierville 14, Whitetail 3.
Tomcats are leading 35-6. I'm not sure they're playing. I don't see. Trojans 17, Westview 0, 5:04 to left in the third.
They're playing
Okay.
Henry County 21-7.
Hardin County 14-3 over Chester County at the half.
Tied up in half with Grafton at Union City. It's just showing 254 in a second, but that can't be right.
Lake County 30, Gleason 0 in the second quarter. 5 minutes left in the half. Jackson Christian School 28-7 over FACS at halftime. McKenzie 50-0 over Perry County at halftime. Latest score I have on Halls is up 10-6. That was, I believe, a halftime score. Lexington 42-6 over. Forgot who they played, but the team they played hadn't won a game. And I'm glad to see Lexington. They've been struggling a little bit this year. I think they're 2-4 on the season, which is very unusual for them. Huntington is winning 22-8.
You know, Huntington may win the state title in their division.
And you know, they lost the first game of the season.
Yeah, and they beat Crockett County like a drum.
Yeah. We're just about ready for the second half kickoff. Again, I give a shout out to Tiger TV for providing this monitor in here. Steve told me at halftime, said, I hope you get dependent on it. I said, well, I think it's already becoming a habit.
Yeah.
It's just so, I mean, I can't zoom my eyes in like he can zoom the camera.
I mean, it's really helpful to me when the play's over. You can go and look and see who does the tackle or who's off the ball. Or whatever.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll give a shout out to Sammy on that last touchdown. Man, that ball he threw was a bullet.
Yeah, it was. That was
And
right on target.
Great catch by Barbie, too.
Yeah, it was. Well, Barbie's a weapon wherever you put him.
Of course, I think J.Q. Hurdle's out tonight. He's hurt.
Yeah, he got hit late. I've forgotten exactly what the coach said it was, but took a lick. I mean, it was like last, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes to go in the game. And was advised to keep him out, so he kept him out for tonight. And also one of the twins is out tonight as well.
I'll say this for him. He made one of the best catches that I've ever seen in high school football last Friday night.
Hurdle, absolutely. It was too bad it came back.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful catch. And I mentioned to Coach Cruz that I had kind of compared him to Javaris Carter, and Coach Cruz played with him up at Bethel. He said, man, that's giving him big praise because I played with Javaris and I know what a good player he was. And I said, well, I'm not saying he's 100% there yet, but he's probably relatively close to where he was his junior year. And he's still got another season to go, and then hopefully we've got a lot more football to play for the rest of this season. We've got, again, next Friday night is the last home game for the regular season for the Ripley Tigers. So come out and support the Ripley Tigers' last home game at Tiny Knee Stadium. And we want to have stands full. It's going to be another, St. Benedict. First time that I remember us playing them. Hendricks to kick the ball away. And here's the kick. And I think we were offside that time. I didn't see a flag come down. He takes it inside the 5, drops it, picks it up. He crosses the 20. The 25, he's got some room. He's still on his feet and brought down by number 7, AT3, at about the 45-yard line. AT3 ran up and caught him from behind, and he was moving.
Yeah, see, well, that number 11, that was Ramolio Smith. I guess that's how you pronounce the name. He's a senior. Yeah, that dude was quick.
So they'll start from Scotts Hill, from their own 46-yard line. Good field position. Ripley on defense, leading 28-0. Let's see what kind of adjustments were made at halftime by both teams. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Scotts Hill wanted to throw. He's throwing a fade pattern down this way. If we turn around, we could probably pick it up. But we did a good job of covering. Number 35 just ran with him and wasn't able to turn around, but he was able to keep him from catching the ball, so it falls incomplete. Number 35.
That's Jamar Hayes. He's a senior for the Tigers. And there was another one, too, that I turned, and I didn't get his number.
He was running with him. He did a good job of staying with him. Glad to see AT3 back out there. And of course, Smith came back out after both of them had a little bit of an injury for a short period of time. Scotts Hill have 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Check that, 3 wide to the left. Quarterback is going to fake the handoff and throw a little screen pass out to the halfback. He's still on his feet, dodging people, and he runs probably 15 yards, and I don't know if he gained anything.
I don't think he did either. That's number 53 for the Tigers that got him.
Deloach makes that stop.
Oh, they did. Deloach made the stop. I know I saw 53 out there too on that. That was a Benjamin. He's
Yeah,
a,
that was, I mean, he actually loses a yard on the play.
he's a freshman.
And so he ran, like I said, 10 or 15 yards, but
Yeah.
he ran it parallel to the line of scrimmage and not up and down the field. So he loses a yard. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Scott Hill takes a snap, looking to throw. So fakes a swing pass. Now he's throwing it long downfield. He had a man and it hit him in his hands. He couldn't come down with it. And we had another player that slipped on the track. And he's laying down there. That's number 35. He's holding his hip. And again, you know, we can't talk enough about how much we need to get rid of that track to upgrade the stadium.
Well, I was saying, you know, 99 yards. What makes it 100 yards is what they got painted on the corner of the field.
No, it's inside the
Is it?
inside the field. Yeah, he said they took a laser and lasered it off from goal line to goal line. It's supposed to be 110 yards from the back of the end zone, 120, 10 yards in each end zone. All right, here we come back. Everybody in the punt formation as it's 4th down and 11, 10:30 to go. It's 3rd quarter. He gets the punt away. Not a great punt, and it doesn't take a great roll for Scotts Hill. It does for the Tigers, and Ripley's going to have the ball at about their own 41-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, leading 28-0.
You know, when you're talking about the track, I have walked on Brighton's track, and their track is like
Yeah,
a rubber.
you know, ours used to be that way. I was actually, I think, a junior in high school when we went from the cinder track. It was like a rubberized track.
Right.
And I think we raised, I can't remember if it was 10,000 or 20,000. No, the students did it. We sold, I believe, candy bars, and was able to put down. It was a spongy, soft track, and since then they've just paved over it because it wasn't any good anymore. And here we got an empty backfield, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Smith wants to throw, looking downfield, got time, throws it, and it was, I don't know if it was tipped, but the ball falls incomplete. And we way down here, Austin Thompson, way down here by himself. If he'd have picked him out, he probably could have walked into the end zone. Yeah, and then once the track became not regulation size, then they just paved over it because it was chipping up, and this was just a way to make a solid surface, but a solid, slick surface. All right, 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right for the Tigers. Shotgun formation. Quarterback hands the ball to Big O going off the right side. He breaks the first group of tacklers and gets down to right at midfield. So it's going to be about an 8 or 9 yard pickup. Now by the time they actually bring him down, he's pretty close to the 1st down marker. I think they're going to say he's about a yard short. So it'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Ripley. Nose of the ball right on the midfield stripe with 9:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Ripley on top, 28-0. 2 wide left. 2 wide to the right. Hand the ball to Big O again, going off the right side. Got the 1st down and still rambling as he crosses the 45 down to around the 42 or 3-yard line. But that is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger 1st down.
Tell you what, when he runs,
He runs with authority.
Oh man, I hate to be the one that's going to take him down.
Yeah, you better hit him low. And let's see, we've got Omarion is hurt. He's down on the far sideline. And it looks like a cramp the way that they are working with him. And Tiger TV is zooming in on him so we can actually see that looks like they're stretching his toe. And I believe that is the coaching staff for Scotts Hill that's working with him over there. Now, we'll say this for Scotts Hill, the first time I've ever known us to play them. You know, and we've had some unsportsmanlike conduct calls, and I don't remember if they've had one. Maybe they had one, I'm not sure. But as far as the coaches go and the game overall, a class group, class act,
Yes,
as far as I can tell so far, to me.
Yes.
And so, you know, of course, we'll be down there next year, and I'm sure hopefully they'll be just as nice down there as they appear to be up here.
Yeah.
Big O's still on the field, but they're still stretching him out, and he's going to come up and walk off under his own power. And again, that was, see, look at the coach there, patted Omarion on the shoulder pad. Good sportsmanship by the coaches over there for Southside. Love to see that.
You know, South Fulton, I mean not South Fulton, but Scotts Hill got a good crowd. I want to say they got about 70, 80 people over there, maybe 100.
Yeah, for the distance it is, it's not bad, and especially having a 2-4 season. Their fans are still coming out and supporting them, which is exactly what everybody needs to do. It's what we need to do, and of course, after we win tonight, if we win tonight, we'll be 5-2 on the season.
5-2.
So if we win next week, we're guaranteed. Obviously, this tonight guarantees a spot in the playoff. Here's a snap. They hand the ball to the running back, trying to get outside this way. Cuts back up the middle, twisted and turned around, stays on his feet and falls forward for about 6 or 7 yards.
That's number 14, the Martin Jerry.
So it's about and they're going to say a 6-yard pickup. It'll be second down 4. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Ripley on top, 28-0. 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, looks straight back, got time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw a long pass to Hearn, and it was dropped right in the end zone. I think the defender got a hand in on it and kind of disrupt the trajectory of that pass, and it falls incomplete. But he was open for a minute, and by the time the ball got there, they made up a little bit of ground and was able just to get enough of a hand on it to be able to, like I said, deflect. He still got it in his hands, but it was the trajectory of the pass was off, and he just couldn't come down with it. So it'll make it 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 for Ripley. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Smith takes a snap. He hands it off to number 14. Going off left tackle, and he cuts back across the middle. He's got the first down and more as he gets inside the 30 to around the 27, 8-yard line. It'll be another Ripley Tiger first down, Farm Bureau Insurance first down.
Great run by number 14, Barnes.
Yeah, and he's another one of that junior class. 2 wide to either side. Smith drops straight back, looking to throw. Got time, throwing over the middle again. Hearn wide open, and this was a little bit high, and they hit him about the time he went up in the air. So it's going to fall incomplete and bring up second down and 10. We've got we're getting close on those. Hadn't got this one yet. Of course, we had a great one in the first half.
Yeah.
Just barely missing a couple, but if you're going to miss them, this is the time to miss them when you're up 28-0. So again, the Tigers, everything is still on the table for the Tigers except for an undefeated season. 2 wide to either side. They hand the ball to 14 again. Going off. No, he kept it at 7. It was a good fake because he faked me out for sure. And he gets down around the 20-yard line. Nice pickup. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. He faked the handoff, and it was such a good fake. I was watching the running back, and then I saw him tackle him on down the field, so I knew he was a fake. So great fake there. 2 wide to either side. Smith drops straight back, wanting to throw again. He's got Hearn wide open again. This time he's going to throw it. And that was close to pass interference. I guess it wasn't. He went up for the ball, and it came down. He wasn't able to come down with it, but I don't guess the referees thought that made a difference in the play, so no call there. So Ripley is going to be at a 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it with a Wild Tiger again.
Yeah, it looked like the defender for Scotts Hill pushed off on he knocked him down. So it looked like he pushed him before the ball even got there.
So Big O stands back in the quarterback spot, heavy to the right. So I would anticipate him running to the right, and that's what he does. He's got the first down as he gets inside about the 16 maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, it's another Ripley Tiger first down, Farm Bureau Insurance. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball looks like it's about the 16-yard line, maybe 15.
Yeah.
16. Luckily we got the view here on Tiger TV, the monitor, and I think we're going to get a 5-yard penalty there, illegal procedure against Ripley. And so we're going to back ourselves up 5 more yards. 7:19 to go, third quarter. Ripley up 28-0. It's going to be, I believe, 1st and 15 back at around the 19-yard line. Well, let's see, where did he put it? Put it at 21, didn't he?
I can't tell. I mean, I can't see them. Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be 1st and 15. Everybody in tight, 1 wide to the left. And this time he's going to throw the ball, and it's complete for a touchdown. And to Sammy Smith, the quarterback, catches a touchdown, and it was thrown by none other than Big O. He actually took the snap and acted like he was going to run forward and backed up and threw the pass. And, you know, that's what you call setting stuff up.
That's right.
You know, we kept running Big O, and then all of a sudden, fakes the run, and they don't cover Smith that well going down the field, so the Tigers open up a 34-0 lead. This extra point should put us in the mercy rule.
The defender who was covering Sammy 10, 15 yards from him when the ball was thrown, so he couldn't make up enough ground.
He was playing run all the way.
Yeah.
All right, Deloach to snap, Hearn to hold, and Hendricks to kick. And let's see. It is good. So that is 35-0, 6:59 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. 6:59 to go. Third quarter, Ripley on top 35-0 as we get ready to kick the ball away. Like I said, this should put us in the mercy rule. We'll find out when the clock starts running. Tanner Hendricks to kick off for the Tigers.
Puts the ball in play from the Tiger 40.
42-7 now, Covenant over McNary.
Yeah.
You already have that?
Yeah, I had that.
And here's the kick, and it's kind of over to this side from hash mark to hash mark. And number 5 taking is going all the way back across to the other side of the field. And he's going to break a couple of tackles and cross the 40 out to around the 42-yard line, I think.
Where Deloach makes the stop.
We'll let him set the ball, and we'll find out exactly where it is.
And from about the 43-yard line.
About 43.
Scottsdale Lions will have it first down.
Dyer County 24-13 over South Gibson. Scotts Hill to the line. They'll have 2 wide to either side. One running back beside the quarterback. In shotgun formation. Drops straight back. Looking to throw. Steps up into the pocket. And it's complete. But it's, it's incomplete. If he'd have caught it, it would have basically been for no gain. And
Super D on the play.
yeah, and I tell you what, Big Modi, he landed on that quarterback back there. And the quarterback's limping a little bit now. Like I said, he's one of them guys, if he gets on you, you be hollering, y'all get off me.
Y'all get up. Yeah.
You don't think one person would be that big. He was actually king, homecoming king tonight.
Homecoming king.
I didn't know they did homecoming king, but good for him. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback's going to hand the ball to the running back going right up the middle. He's caught right at the line of scrimmage, actually, but he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, I don't think. It was going to be 2nd down and 10, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 11.
I think that was Deloach again on that play. .503 to go, third quarter.
Ripley up 35-0. 3 wide left, 2 wide left, 1 to the right, and 2 to the right. Looking to throw, looking to the right, throwing long downfield this way, and he overthrows his intended receiver. Okay, we are in the mercy rule because that was an incomplete pass, and the clock continues to run. So this second half should go by relatively quick.
Yeah, that was intended for number 3 of Scott Hill, Malachi Johnson. He's also a senior. You know, Scott Hill got some good players.
Yeah, and they got some athletes.
They got some young ones.
You know, they're going to be, I mean, they're going to, you know, they're in our region. We're definitely play them next year. So punting situation, 4th down and 11. As the punter will stand back right inside his own 30. And they get the punt away. It's a low punt, but a long punt. And it's going to hit. And Ripley's going to take it, and he's going to run this way with it, trying to get outside. And that, now, if that's not a horse collar, I don't know what it is. And here finally comes the flag. It took the back judge. He had to wait till the side judge threw it before he threw his. Didn't seem like he wanted to throw it. And now, you know, and there again, I look forward to watching Tiger TV back. You know, we've had some calls like that against us, and I'm not sure. I mean, it looked pretty violent. Not sure if it was a horse collar. He had him by the jersey, but it looked like a horse collar to me.
Yeah, the ref.
I know that's what the call was, but
anytime you grab a fella by the collar, you swing him all the way around.
Well, if you grab him by the jersey and sling him around, sometimes you can do that, but you don't want to choke somebody, and that's what the horse collar. You don't want to cause injury to throat, I guess. So that would be a 10-yard penalty, and that'll mark the ball across midfield. Ripley will have it down at the Scotts Hill 48-yard line with 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Ripley on top 35-0. Ripley will have 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Smith in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off number 14, and he gets bottled up, but he comes out of it, and he dodges trouble. And he's on the way. He's staying on his feet. He's still running. They haven't got him down. He's inside the 30, down inside the 25 to about the 24. Looked like they were going to have him stop for no loss. And he's quick as a cat.
Yeah, he ducked.
He ducked, went right under one of them's arms, and then just squirted out and made a burst. Had a burst of speed there. To give the Ripley Tigers another Farm Bureau Insurance first down.
That Barnes, I tell you what, he's quick.
And that penalty was brought to you by Clint Conrad, Southern Roofing and Renovations out of Dyersburg. Here's Ripley to take the snap, hand to the 14 again, going off right guard for a short gain this time. The ball was at the 24. He's probably going to pick up a couple, maybe 3. Looks like he's going to be at the 21.
Second down.
So it's going to be, well, probably 2 yards. Second down, 8. AT3 and Hearn to the left and 2 to the right. And the ball to 14 again. He's trying to get outside, and he cuts back across the middle, and he's going to have the first down and more before he's finally brought down another Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Ripley Tigers.
I tell you who he reminds me of, Squirt.
Yeah, you're right. I hadn't seen anybody run like, we've got different kinds of runners, but he's a squirt type, I think. Two wide to either side. The hand the ball to 14 again, starts to the right, cuts back across the middle. He's not going to get in the end zone, but he had the ball at the 10, and he's going to advance it down close to the 5 or 6.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think it's pretty close to the
It's
goal
what?
line. Looks like it's close to the goal line. Don't it?
I can't tell. We'll look at Tiger TV in a minute. There was a stoppage of play. I think it was a timeout called by by Scotts Hill. With 48 seconds to go in the third quarter, Ripley up 35-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Ripley on top 35-0. It's second down and goal from the 5-yard line for the Ripley Tigers. We have Hearn and AT3 to the left and 2 wide to the right. And far hash mark going into the north end zone. Shotgun formation. Smith takes a snap. Hands to the running back, cuts right up the gut. Short pickup. He picked up maybe a yard or 2. He was on the 5. It looked like he might be down to around the 3.
I'd look to see if Sammy takes his run.
2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. They hand it the ball. No, it's a fake handoff, and Smith keeps it himself, going right up the middle, and he's close to the goal line. Let's see if he's going to get in. He doesn't get in, but he scares it to death. That's probably going to be the last play of the third quarter when we come back. It's going to be 4th down and goal for the Ripley Tigers. We've got 7 seconds on the clock. We're running Big O out there, but I don't think we're not going to get it off. So at the end of 3, Ripley will have the ball 4th down and goal from about the 2 to 3 yard line. And that's at the end of 3. Score of 35-0. Ripley over Scotts Hill. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this. Beginning of the 4th quarter, Ripley is 1st down and goal to go from the 1 is what the scoreboard says. So 4th down play for a touchdown here for the Tigers. And I'm expecting to see Big O go out, but I don't see him out there yet. Yeah, there he is. He's out there. Scotts Hill, they'll be with their backs up against the goal line. looks like we're going to run the Wild Tiger again. Wildcat, whatever you prefer to call it. All right, here we go. Heavy to the right. Big O takes it and goes to the right and just steps into the end zone without even being touched. And so now the score 41-0 on the first play of the fourth quarter. So Ripley will get ready for their point after. That is a back Tennessee Ripley Tiger touchdown.
Every time the Tigers score.
Football team racking up a little money tonight.
Yeah, good for them. They need it.
Yeah, and of course, clock's still running. I wouldn't expect. I expect some pretty good subbing down to happen after this series. We'll see. Snap, hold, kick, up, and play is stopped.
Penalty.
And a procedure call against us, so we'll back up 5 yards and attempt the point after from the 8. Clock still running with 11 minutes to go in the ball game. We've had some long games this year, and we've had some shorter ones, and this is one of the shorter ones. Let's see, one at Liberty, that was the shortest.
Yeah.
Because we were in the mercy rule in the first half. So we've been on both sides of that, so we understand it. Now, hold, kick, and looks good from here.
Yeah, good.
So the score now 42-0, Ripley over Scotts Hill. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. Just under 10 minutes to go in this game as the clock continues to run with the mercy rule in effect. Ripley on top of Scotts Hill here at Homecoming 2023 by the score of 42-0. And, had a lot of great activities at the high school this week in preparation for homecoming. And one of the biggest things that makes homecoming great is to win that homecoming game.
That's right. That's right. Because we have had homecoming in long.
Oh, yeah, we have. Back 7, 8 years ago, we used to play 6, 8 homecoming games a year. Just only one of them was ours. But people don't schedule us too much for homecoming anymore.
And I think one of them homecoming games, if I remember, was Dyersburg.
Seems like you're right. I know it was a really, a tough game that we had to play. But, a lot of it just depends on when you're playing at home and what part of the season it is and the other schedules that are going on with the schools. So sometimes you don't have as much of an option as maybe we did this year. But Ripley get ready to kick the ball off. That's going to be Hendricks. He's going to kick the ball across the field, and it's taken at the 29-yard line. He drops it, picks it up, and falls forward to about the 35, and that's where Scotts Hill will go back on offense with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Ripley on top, 42-0.
That number 5 was a freshman. That was Mason Beers.
For Scotts Hill.
For Scotts Hill.
Yeah, they got a lot of young kids. They're going to be, they're going to get better.
Yeah.
This is, even though the score is what it is, this team is still a lot better than Liberty.
Oh, yeah. Well, now, they beat Liberty, I think, 42 to something.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't realize they had played yet. All right, Scotts Hill, look at that. I wish I knew how big that number 77 was. He's huge out there for Scotts Hill. They'll have 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, wing to the right, shotgun formation. Drop straight back, looking to throw. He fires it down and incomplete. It was just a little out pattern, like 5 yards and out. And actually, he was running right down the line of scrimmage. And they lead him a little bit too much, and it falls incomplete. But with the mercy rule in effect, we are continuing to run the clock. So it's 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. And this will push the Tigers to a 5-2 on the season. And as Coach told the players, he said, if we win these next 2 games, you guaranteed yourself a spot in the playoffs. Tonight, we guaranteed ourselves a spot in the playoff. If you win tonight and tomorrow, next Friday night, you're guaranteed a winning season. Here's a snap, and it's a low snap. And I don't know why the quarterback didn't try to get on it. We picked it up. The ball, and I'm not sure if there was a whistle that came out early, but it was a bad snap, and the quarterback just stood there, and no, Ripley has the ball.
They beat Liberty 41-14.
Okay. So Ripley gets the ball back in great field position, and it was just I don't know what the quarterback was thinking. I don't know if he thought he heard a whistle or what happened, but he just let the ball lay there, and Ripley got on it. So they'll have the ball at the Scotts Hill 25-yard line. First down and 10, leading 42-0 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this Region 7 3A matchup here at Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field from Don Paris Press Box. And I hand the ball off to the running back going off the right side, and he pushes forward to the 20.
I think that's number 14, Barnes again.
He picks up about, looks like it's going to be inside the 20.
Clayton makes that stop.
Yeah, it's 14. His helmet came off, so he'll come out for a play.
And that number 77 is Slayton Reeves, 12th. He's the senior for the Scotts Hill. Him and Mooney may be about the same size.
That was, again, Barnes on the run. He was a junior, 5'8", 150 pounds. Smith takes a snap. He hands it off to number 43. He breaks it back to the middle, and he's going to go all the way down inside the 5 for a Ripley Tiger Farm Bureau Insurance first down.
Scotts Hill got a player down.
And that's going to be
Looks like number 8.
a Star Physical Therapy injury timeout.
We don't have number 8.
And, well, their clock is still running. They hate for the game to go out on an injury. I would think that, yeah, okay, I think the referee is waving to stop the clock. Yeah, official timeout. So it stops with 5:21.
That is from Emilio Smith. He's a senior for
That's the guy whose name you like to pronounce.
Emilio.
I'm going to let you have that name.
I call him Julio.
You call him Julio. Again, shout out to Jason and Mickey for running the board back at the station, and to Tiger TV, Steve Vickery, Mark Jones, and Brad Vickery for all your different camera angles. And we've got 3 different angles that you actually get to see when you're watching Tiger TV. And big thank you for the monitor here inside the press box that really helps us not make mistakes, but to make fewer of them.
Yeah, let me say this for one of the Ripley Tigers. He's a freshman. His uncle passed away. Hayden Dow, Jeff Ogg was his uncle. I put Jeff Patrick here in Ripley for 10 years. So they're burying him tomorrow up in Chattanooga. We want all prayers and calls to go out to them.
And I got to give a shout out to my mom, Joyce Dunaway, one of my biggest fans, or probably the only fan, but anyway, she's not feeling well. She's in the hospital, and I know she's listening, so wish her a speedy recovery. And Ripley's going to have the ball, first down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. And Ripley does have quite a few subs in, but they still have, still got our offensive line in. They still got Smith in. It looks like we've subbed some running backs and some wideouts. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Here's a snap. Quarterback's going to hand it to the running back. He's going to go in off the right side for a Ripley Tiger touchdown. So with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the game, Ripley opens up the score 48-0 as we get ready for the point after.
You know, in a way, I kind of feel sorry for Scotts Hill. You know.
Well, there. You know, I hate it for any team that, you know. I mean, but we've been on the other side of that.
Many times.
And you know, we've got a long. I said through all those years where we struggled, I said, you know, we'll, in my opinion, we'll never have long-term success till we have a long-term coach. And this is Coach Cruz and his staff's 7th year, and here we are. All right, we are getting ready for the point after. The snap by Deloach, the hold by Hearn, and the kick by Hendricks, and it is good. So the score now 49. No good. So the score stays 48-0. So Ripley will kick the ball away. We'll hold it here with only 4 minutes to go. These 4 minutes will go by really quick.
Well, I talked to a guy last week, and I know you saw the guy. He was dressed up, he had a tie on and everything. I know the fella last week when we played Westview. And,
yeah.
And me and him was talking, and he said that we're talking about how good of a coach that Justin was. And I'm sure Justin knows the guy. I don't know the guy's name.
Well, you know, of course, I've been around sports and sold sports equipment to high schools and colleges around for a long time. And when you go and talk to other coaches around West Tennessee, Coach Cruz, everybody thinks a lot of him. I mean, you know, he and his staff are still young. They're like 33, 34 years old. And so it's a young staff. And, you know, of course, they're young, they're learning. And but the thing about it is we're getting better, and the team's getting better, and the coaching's getting better. And, you know, we're kind of on the roll.
Well, you know, this year, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, this year, the year since I've seen a lot of people that show up to the ball game.
Yeah.
I mean usually it wouldn't be hardly maybe 50, 60 people out here. But when you get the community involved, then everything is going to come full circle.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We go under 3 minutes to go. Ripley is going to kick the ball away. It's going to be Hendricks again, kicking from the far hash mark. So remember, next Friday night, the last regular season home game for the Tigers. Everything's still up for the Tigers. We guaranteed a spot in the playoff tonight. The rest of the season will determine the seeding in the playoff. And we can still host one. Of course, we're at the point, because we lost to Westview, we've got to have some help. Somebody's got to beat Dyersburg. And then, of course, we need to beat Dyersburg and Covington both. So we are getting, you know, we've got a lot of goals to accomplish, but we're well on our way. And here's Hendricks to kick the ball away. A long kick, high kick. It's taken about the 18, or about the 13-yard line. He starts to his right, cuts in a great open field tackle there made by AT3 as he brings him down by the ankle, basically. But he did a hustle to get to that spot to be able to bring him down. I thought he was going to come back with his shoe.
I don't think
we're under 2 minutes now.
that St. Benedict has won a game. I mean, you don't want to overlook anybody.
No, never.
But whatever the score is, I think we need to pull some players and just give, you know, because there's no need to get somebody hurt.
And then next week too, you know, if we win that game, that puts us at 6-2 on the season. We're guaranteed a winning season, which is always good. We're at 1:20 to go in the game. Quarterback's going to take the snap. It's a toss sweep out to the right, trying to get outside, and he breaks a few tackles and goes down the far sideline for the first down and pushed out of bounds. As you know, we've got quite a few subs out there on defense, and I mean, those guys, I'm proud for them. They work hard to practice too, and those are your future starters for Ripley. So the more playing time they can get, the better it'll be for us and them as we get a year or two down the road.
Well, they won one game, and that was against Westwood out of Memphis. So.
All right, we've got 43 seconds left in the game. It's first down and 10 for Scotts Hill. They have got the ball at their own 38-yard line. One wide to the right, one wide to the left. Man in motion. It's a toss sweep going to the right, trying to get outside. He goes down the far sideline, pushed out of bounds with 27 seconds to go on the clock. It's a good chance that'll be the last play of the game. And we're down to 20. Remember, next Friday night, right here, same place, same time, come out and support your Ripley High School Tigers. And let's send them off for their last two games that are going to be away, and two of their toughest games, which will be Covington and Dyersburg. So let's have a great crowd out and support the Ripley High School Tigers next Friday night. And there's the end of the game. So at the end of the game here, Ripley wins 48-0. Congratulations to the Ripley Tigers, advancing to 5-2 on the season. And again, next Friday night, come out and support the Ripley Tigers.
Yes, and I think, I'll be honest with you, I think we've got a good chance to beat Covington.
I do too.
I really do. I think we got a great chance to beat Covington. But to beat Covington, we can't make no mistakes.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to do it here from Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, and Don Paris Press Box. Have a great weekend. The final score, Ripley 48, Scotts Hill 0. Have, again, a great weekend. Good night, and God bless.